Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. We're here today to do a review on the Maximus XL from XOP. Okay, so you see the Maximus XL here. We're going to put it up in a tree and show you what it's like in a tree. Show you how to set it up and everything like that. But we want to show you some of the features before we set this up. This has got a couple of, this is about the only thing you got to do to get this thing set up is to put this claw on the back, put this seat on here, and put your backpack straps on here. And that's about it. And I mean, basically I needed one tool for this, and that was just a box wrench or a ratchet. Alright, so we're going to show you some of the features of this, and we're going to show you how to put this thing up, and we're going to show you what it looks like in the tree and so forth. So the first thing you're going to notice about this thing is the size. This is a 34 by 24 platform, so big, long platform, nice and wide. This is the XOP green. Love the color on this. It's got a good durable finish on it. It looks like a powder coat. It's a good quality finish on here. All of the attachment points and all of the moving points have nylon washers on them. So it's nice and quiet. Even the seat, when the seat moves, nice and quiet. So the platform is a cast aluminum, and it has a tread on here. You're going to see on each one it's got these little bumps that run all the way through there. So I like that tread on this thing. This thing is nice too for the size. It weighs 16.5 pounds. That is super lightweight. Later this year I'm going on a trip where I'm going to be packing into some public land, and I thought about swapping this one out for my smaller XOP, but after putting the back straps on this and testing this thing out and jogging around with it a little bit and walking with it a little bit, this was fine. I'm going to use this one for the trip because it's a nice comfortable platform that I can sit in all day and stand up and have plenty of room to maneuver. And it's still lightweight, so when I pack it in, it's still not going to weigh too much. 16.5 pounds. So that's super lightweight. This has got the really comfortable seat on here. This is the dual function tri-layer compression foam seat, and I've got this on my other stand, and this is super comfortable for those all-day sets. It has I-beam technology on it, so this right here is not just a piece of metal tubing. This is a cast piece of aluminum that's got all these structures in here, so it's nice and solid. You're also going to notice it has an adjustment right here, and that is for your crooked trees, so you can adjust the angle of your platform. Same way with your seat. You've got a stud right here, and you can adjust that out to make this thing level in uneven trees. It has a bow holder molded into this thing when it's cast. I guess it should say cast into it. You've got one here, and one right here on the front. So it does come with backpack straps, so we got backpack straps on here. The way you attach this to this tree is, we'll show you when we get it up here, but it's got a stud right here, and you're going to wrap these two straps around this stud, cinch those up, and lock this thing down. Those two straps are really nice, comfortable, or really nice straps. They're really durable, they're really tough, and they are made out of a really tough material. I'm trying to find it on here. Polyester belt with an XL cam buckle on there. So I got my notes down here, and I'm trying to read off of there, but those are a polyester belt, and they are tough. The other thing I like about it is, and fill this out when you get it, is it's got on here date of first use. So you can actually put that on there when these things get 2-3 years old. You can actually replace these things. So I like that tag and that extra little safety precaution. It's a little thing, but it also is a big thing because you never know. You know, you forget from year to year to change your straps out. These things have been up for 4 or 5 years. You need to change them out. So I like that date is on there. When you get this tree stand, fill that thing out. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to put this thing up on the tree, and we'll show you some of the additional features and how you use those features from there. So this does come with a safety harness. This is a safety harness that comes with this here. It's not a bad safety harness. It's pretty easy to use. I do notice when you bend over with it, it's pretty slack and it gets kind of in the way, but if you're not bending over, and the leg belts kind of want to slide, but if you're not bending over, if you're standing upright like you are when you're going to shoot, it's adjustable. It fits pretty well. This is one of the better safety harnesses that's going to come free with these tree stands. A lot of these safety harnesses that come free with these tree stands are those little black ones that are just junk. This is one of the better safety harnesses that's going to come with it. It's got a climbing belt with it on it, with a really good carabiner on here. It's got 2 D-rings on it, and it also has your tree belt on here, and it has on the back here, it has, you can see this is all shrink trap. It says do not remove, so do not remove that. So this is what we're going to be using today. So to hang this XOP is pretty easy. What you're going to want to do is, you got your stud right here, and you have your 2 polyester belts there as well. Get your 2 polyester belts, hooked onto your stud, at least one side hooked onto your stud, just like that. And you're going to want to attach your top. And I'm on the wrong side. I'm going to switch to the other side to attach my top. Okay, so like I said, you're going to want to attach the top. So I put the end without the cam buckle on there, and then I put the end with the cam buckle. I use it. That's the side that I actually put on the top and hook up. So you're going to tighten up your top one nice and tight. Make sure everything's good and straight. Tighten that thing up nice and tight. Same way on your bottom one. You're going to leave your seat up for now. You're basically going to bring this thing around and do the exact same thing. You're going to hook it onto the stud right there, and with this up, you're going to pull this thing tight. So we're going to get it on there, get it good and tight. Go ahead and tighten up that top one as well. Tighten up the bottom one, make sure everything's good and tight on this thing. As you put this thing down, you can see there, it's going to put some stress on those belts. So now, make sure everything's straight. And just put that platform down. You can see it's tightening that thing up, that belt up right down there. So as I push this tree stand down, you can see it tightening that bottom strap up. Now, I've got this thing just a little too tight, so just bump those buttons. May have to raise it up to do that. Just bump those buttons a little bit, put a little bit of slack in there, and there we go. Now, it's got just a little bit of rise to it. When I put my weight on there, it's going to be fine. Okay, so you can see that that's got just a little bit of an upward slant to it. And what we're going to do, when I put my weight on there, it's going to lock that thing into position, and it's going to lock it down. So we've got a nice, tight, secure lock to the tree. Got a nice, quiet platform. You can see I weigh 200 pounds. The thing doesn't have a lot of wiggle to it. It's solid against the tree, and it's just nice and quiet. The seat is just super comfortable too. You can sit in this thing for just so long. I've sat in the other one all day sets. The other one is my preferred stand to go to on the all day set. So let's hop down from this thing here. See, you've got a cable system here, and what you can actually do on crooked trees is raise this thing up and slide that thing down and then lock it back into position. And what this is going to do is going to allow, which is too tight to do it right now, it's going to allow your tree stand seat to tilt down. You can also do the exact same thing with your seat here just by adjusting this stud. You can see your tree stand seat is now going down at an angle. So when you get in those crooked trees, you can just simply adjust that thing down to the level that you want it at. So to adjust it back up, you do the exact opposite. Put this thing back up a couple notches, tighten that thing up, and lock it back into position. Okay, so this is the Maximus XL from XOP. Now the good and the bad on this tree stand. The good really outweighs the bad. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mention the bad. The only bad thing that I find in this tree stand is the bow holder. It doesn't work with a lot of the bows that I have. I got a PSE in there, I got an Obsession and a Prime, and then I've got this bow here that is my universal bow that is going to be my son's for too long. It does hold it okay. It doesn't hold some of the others. It doesn't hold the PSE, and it doesn't hold the Prime because of the cam system and because of the limb system. But it does hold this bow right here. It's just a little bit loud, but overall it's not too bad. But that is my one complaint about this stand. It's just the way the bow holder on this thing works. But it far outweighs, the good far outweighs the bad. It's got a really comfortable seat to it. It's got a lot of adjustability for crooked trees. You can really adjust your seat, you can really adjust your platform for crooked trees. It's solid built. The I-beam technology on here is outstanding. This makes this cast aluminum just really tough because it's got all that support in that I-beam with those cross supports going through there. The studs on here to attach this thing to the tree, the straps are well made. They're super easy to use. This thing is easy to get up. The other thing I like about it, another good thing, is the size. 24 by 34, weight rated for 350 pounds. So it is just a giant tree stand for only weighing 16.5 pounds. So big platform on this thing, and still just a super lightweight. It's rock solid too. When I get up in this thing, which I'm only about a foot off the ground, I know everybody's gonna say about the safety harness, but when I get up in this thing, I feel secure in it. I feel safe in it. I feel solid in it. It's got a big enough platform. I'm not worried about stepping off of the edge of it. And it's so solid in here when I move around on this thing, I'm not worried about it tilting and tipping and falling over. The straps on it are well-made straps. They're a good, tough strap. So I don't have to worry about those things breaking. Simple, easy to use, and just absolutely solid. This thing is rock solid when you get it set up. I also like the tread on here. The tread on the surface of the bottom here is outstanding. I love that. It's not a slick platform. It's a nice platform, so you got some tread there, so you're not going to slip. You can stand up in this thing. You can move around. It's quiet. I mean, there are so many good things about this tree stand. And one thing that I just don't really care for is that bow holder. I kind of like that. That's not too bad though, actually. It just doesn't work with a lot of my bows. So that's the one drawback to this thing. The backpack straps is another good thing. You can backpack this thing in. You know, 16.5 pounds, throw a minimal amount of gear on it, and I'm going to take it onto my public land hunts this year. Those are going to be hunts where I'm going to sit in it all day. So the seat is super comfortable on this thing, and you can sit in it all day long. I can sit in this thing when I get in a tree and just be comfortable. The other thing is the safety harness. It comes with a pretty good safety harness for a free safety harness. I mean, it's not a hunter safety system. We're one of the high-end Gorillas or something like that, but it is a really nice safety harness for one that comes free with a tree stand. So lots of good things, lots and lots of good things. This is an awesome stand, just an awesome size to it, and the weight is outstanding. It's outstanding that it's that light with this big a platform on it. So this is the XOP Maximus XL, and definitely worth taking a look at. I've got two of these stands now. I've got the big one, this one, the XL, and I've got the small one, and I love both of them. Absolutely love both of them. So check this out. Very good stand, very lightweight, very tough, very durable, and one you can sit in all day long. So check it out at XOP's website, which we will put in the description down below. It'll take you right to this tree stand, and you can check out all the features on there for yourself. Check it out. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share these videos, and ring that bell next to it so you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And please be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram as well. I always forget what we're actually on and what we're not on, under Ike's Outdoors. So appreciate you guys watching these videos.